So what you have here is a typical Rumsford wood burning fireplace. Now a lot of people use kits. I don't use kits. They don't draw smoke right. They're pre-formed, cast, concrete type material, and there's a couple reasons why I don't like them. For one, I know personally, I build these all the time, fireplaces, fire pits, things like that all the time. And some people say that when you can even look it up online. When people build a fire on concrete, sometimes the concrete will explode. There'll be an air pocket inside of it, and it's so tight that the air will heat up and it'll explode. So I just don't trust it. But either way, it doesn't draw smoke. So I'm gonna get into explaining how I build these fireplaces all the time, every day. It's what I specialize in, and they have to draw smoke. If they're not right, the smoke will just bellow out up under it, and it just ruins your day. I mean, especially if it's an indoor fireplace, absolutely has to draw smoke right. And what you're using to draw smoke is physics. You're using a heat exchange. Warm air rises, cold air sinks. So you got a pocket of cold air in your chimney when you start the fire, and it's trying to sink. Well, you got the warm air down at the bottom trying to rise, and they're just bumping into each other. But if you build it right, and plus, just like when you're taking a shower, when the shower curtain used to come up against you, that's because cold air tries to go where warm air is at. So it's pulling the cold air in. It's just like a vacuum. It creates a vacuum. The warm air rises and it pulls more air in. But there's a couple things that has to be done. These side walls are reflected out this way to reflect heat out, so you don't just lose all your heat. It don't just go all up the chimney. So you're trying to split the difference between getting rid of the smoke and not all the heat. But there's a couple things. The dimensions have to be in proportion to each other. The opening width, the opening height, the back wall width, the depth of the floor, and then you come up so high and then you start inclining that back wall. I don't know if you can see it, but on top of that third fire brick right there, it starts leaning towards the front. And then when you get up here on the top, this is called the smoke shift. It has to be rounded like that. So what happens is the smoke comes up in here and it swirls around, and it comes back up and goes right up the flue. But that is how, we'll get into a little bit more later, but that, my friends, is how you build a wood burning flue firebox, wood burning smoke fireplace firebox.